up, basically saving the game for you guys?
I mean, I wasn't thinking it at the time, but I mean, you go up a couple runs, 3 or 4 runs on a team, you can't take it for granted. I mean, they scored a lot in the 8th inning last game, and they're a good team. I mean, I really expected nothing less out of this series, and I mean, it worked out in our favor.
Coach Tanner, you've talked often about taking emotions out of the game, but what have you told your guys leading into this one with all the things going on for the past few days?
And quite honestly, I told him it was okay. I felt like that we were called out. We had to put up with some shenanigans. We've had a great baseball rivalry, and it's been all about baseball, and it was taken out of context a little bit. And I didn't appreciate it. My players didn't appreciate it, and had nothing to do with us winning or losing tonight. But we responded. Our guys were not very happy that they got called out. I don't think that's part of the game, and we tried to come in here and play aggressive and play emotional, and I think it's okay. It's not something you want to do all the time, but I'm proud of our players. We responded. It's not one of those things that I think that for many years I take the high road, and in this situation, these guys were affected by some comments, and I felt like that it was okay. It was okay. Give them opportunity to tell me how they felt. They did, and I said, okay, let's battle. You don't have to keep yourself in check so much. If you feel like saying something, say it. And we had a meeting and we talked it out, and we got back to baseball.
Did you talk with Coach Leggett before the game?
No, I did not.
What was the conversation with the umpire in the Clemson first? I think he went to both dugouts. Did he want to put a stop to the chatter? Or?
Honestly, I think that's what. Yes, it was. It was a bench warning. He gave us both a bench warning for comments coming from the bench. That's what it was.
Was it the coaches or was it the players?
No, it was the players. I don't think there were any coaches.
Coach, how close were you to having Roth in the game as bench hitter there?
Close.
Yeah.
Very close. I mean, Roth didn't announce, and they countered with a lefty, and he hadn't announced, so I went with the righty, and obviously Jake came up big.
You're pretty good friends, relationship with Coach. Like, are you at some point tomorrow to call him on the phone and say, talk to?
No, I'm not making a phone call. No, I'm not.
Christian, what was before the game? It looked like when you were in the huddle there, the team was all rubbing their hands together. What was that all about?
I mean, I think we all know what that was about, but we like to keep it loose and keep us laughing. And I mean, we always play the game better when we're laughing and relaxed, and that's what kind of team we are.
So what was it about?
I mean, obviously it was about the bats. Them questioning our bats and that whole situation, but I mean, can't really let us affect us that much.
Ray, could you address this bat warming talk and just the chatter of the last 2 days and what happened there? And
where you been? I mean, were you at the game? And I'm not being sarcastic. Were you there?
I was there, so
yeah, they called the bat out. I guess when Schaefer hit one 600 feet, I should have gone out, but I didn't appreciate it. I'm offended by it. I don't cheat. I don't allow my players to cheat. We haven't done anything wrong. I felt like that. We were called out a little bit. I don't appreciate it. And I don't appreciate what Will Lamb said about one of my pitchers. I don't appreciate that. Now, he's entitled to say whatever he wants to say. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. My players didn't like it. End of story.
Just damage the relationship between you and Jay?
Well, I don't think it's what it was. I mean, there's no question about it. I'm not happy with the situation, and maybe nobody cares. That's fine. But I just don't think what happened was appropriate. It's not part of what this rivalry is about. We've had some great games. Tonight was great. They had us. We battled. They battled. They almost got us at the end. That's what it should be about. We shouldn't have this conversation. I'm not happy about having it, but I'm telling you how I feel. For many years, I don't tell you how I feel. I'm telling you tonight. I'm not happy with what has transpired.
Is this kind of boiling out of you now because you've been sitting on this for a few days?
I'm not bullying. I'm just telling you how it is. The whole thing was a bunch of shenanigans, and I don't think that's what this rivalry should be about. It's two very good baseball teams at a collegiate level playing against each other, and that's where it should start, and that's where it should end. That's the way I feel.
What happened with Scotty? I'm saying he missed the team bus coming up here today.
Well, we had an early departure. We left at 2. He didn't quite make it, so he couldn't start tonight.
Ray, looking at the series, aside from all that, look at the series from a baseball standpoint. What do you learn about your team through this long stretch of games?
Well, I really think Clemson is very, very good. I hope that Kevin Brady's okay, and their trainer told me before the game they thought he would bounce back in a couple of weeks. I think they have tremendous speed. They got some power. They were very good from the left side. We trailed on Friday. We trailed tonight, and we were able to battle. This is what it's like in our league, and it's what it's like in their league. And I think both of us probably say, hey, we're going to be in some tough ones. Maybe we'll get our share, but we're going to be involved in a lot of these. And it's still a long way to go. I guess it's 10 games in, but we both teams have some players, and hopefully, Forrest Kumis grew up a little bit tonight. Can't get in a better situation to get experience as a true freshman, and hopefully we'll both go on to have really good years.
Is there a better way to do you think that it could have been handled, the whole bat thing? I mean, if you question the legality of somebody else's bats, how would you have handled it?
Personally.
You mean you would have talked to him before the game or before the Sunday's game, or?
Personally. If I've got a problem, I'll handle it personally.
But to be clear, Ray, you're saying being called out, you're including the bat check and the comments.
Correct.
But if it was just the bat check, would it be?
Would be only half as bad.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm getting at. In other words, if they wouldn't.
Well, yeah. I just guys. I mean, I'm just saying. That, I saw Henson before I came in here. What a great player! What a tremendous young man. I wished him well. We battle. It's Clemson at South Carolina. That's where it needs to start, and that's where it needs to stop. Right. And some things happened that I didn't think were called for. They were unnecessary. That's my opinion.
Ray, can you clarify what is legal? I mean, are you allowed to do anything to heat bats, or?
I can't answer that question. I don't know what you're referring to, or I don't know the answer. If I knew, I don't know. Can they not? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, there's nothing in the rule book.
Correct. There's nothing in the rule book.
So you can put them in a pizza oven if you want.
Well, they use Easton. Easton sells bat sleeves or provides bat sleeves. There's all kinds of things you can buy. We don't have any of those things. So, I guess, we've been fortunate where we live, but a lot of teams in the Northeast, they have different, bat warmers and things that, because it all came up, I asked a few questions and they go, there's no proof that there's anything could help or hurt. I don't know. I just, you know what, I have great respect for Jack Leggett. And I would have really appreciated if he would have confronted me face-to-face about any situation. Before then, after then, anyway, address it. He never has done that.
Did you talk after the game?
No.
Coach Holbrook went on the radio yesterday in Columbia and mentioned something about having a problem with vibrations in the bats. I don't know if that's related to it. In fact, he mentioned Christian specifically by name as a player who's having trouble with vibrations in the bat. Coach
Holbrook likes to be on the radio. That's one of the things he likes to do. But the colder it is, the more vibration you get. It's a piece of metal. So that's on some cold days we've had those kind of situations occur at practice and in games. Anybody, anything else? I'm out.